Danas je egzibicija, a neću da pričam samo sa sobom, deci. Evo ga profesor Trezner, profesor skulpture, dekan i head. Evo. U plavoj matici to je Srđanov department head, ovo je profesor skulpture i ovo je dekan art department.
First thing I'm supposed to do is general announcements. That means recognize the faculty who are present. I'm here. My name is Cliff Trezner. Gary's here. He's our department head. He teaches ceramics. Dr. James is here. He's the VAPA director and associate dean of School of Visual and Performing Arts. And we have Joni Noble back over there. Right beside her is Wayne. Wayne Horton teaches ceramics and basic design for us this semester. Dara's in the crowd. Right there, the hand just went off. And if I'm missing you, just wave your hand. And then we have retired Professor Bob Ward's over here with us this evening. And then we have our juror, Jason Nelson, is standing right here in front. And we have Miss Gretchen Dean over here, and she is our Best in Show, she funds our Best in Show prize. I also want to mention who's not here, and that's Mr. Brian Fassett. He did help. He got all the name tags printed out, sent back on, sent to us, and so let's just keep in our thoughts. He also printed out the certificate. I want to thank Kenneth and Terry O'Neill. Kenneth graduated in 2001 from graphic design, and since he's been funding the food, and he also funds the graphic design award that we give. I need to remind students, there's another awards reception next Wednesday at 3 p.m. in Biedenhorn Recital Hall. That's the Arts and Sciences Awards. Many of you, and most of you know who you are, received awards that were voted on by the faculty, by your art faculty. And you will need to go to that ceremony to receive your award. So I'm not going to announce them this evening, but you will be announced in front of the whole college Wednesday, 3 p.m. So please make sure you attend that. Say something wise and insightful about the jury process. The only thing that comes to my mind is when I was an undergraduate student, I would make these wonderful, beautiful, little intricate bronze sculptures. It took me a lot of time. And I'd enter the student show, and I would either not get in, or I would not win a prize. And the guy who did get in and did win the prize in sculpture did these big steel things that were hard to lift. And he always got in, he always won the prize. But today, I'm an established college professor, and he's a drywall. He does drywall. So, you just keep that in mind. If you didn't get in, it's a jury process. The juror doesn't know who you are. He looks at the work. He makes his decision based on what he feels at that moment. He has a little guideline sheet, the same one that you entered with. So it's not the end of the world. It just is what it is. And that doesn't mean your work is not any good. And by the same token, if it got in,
it's really good.
At a different time, different place, different juror, different day, they might select different work in a different body of work. So I want to praise you for entering, if you did enter. I want to praise you if you got accepted. I think that's wonderful. And if you entered and didn't get in this show, please enter again. Because it does take courage. Being an artist takes courage, number one. You have to persevere, and if you're ready to give up because you didn't get in a student show, then you can go hang drywall. Now we're going to announce the awards, and first there's really two categories. We have Administrator's Choice Awards that are selected and were selected by the offices on campus. The Administrator's Choice Award, that work that's selected will hang in that office for a year. That was selected by each office. And Dr. James is going to enter, he's going to mention a little bit about the award, and he's going to announce the awards, and you'll come up, if you would please, grab your certificate, shake his hand, and we'll all clap.
Yeah, I'm Matthew James, and I'm the Associate Dean of Visual and Performing Arts. I have the great privilege of being over art, music, theater, and dance. It's my second year on the job. I got to do this last year, so hopefully I'm just a little more, a little better than I was last year. And I see some of the same artists here, and it's very possible some of the same artists will win awards. Just to kind of reiterate, the Administrator's Choice Award was started by my predecessor, Keith White, a man who had a lot of original ideas, and he thought it would be a good idea to get the administrators involved in the art process of this competition and have them come over and each of them, the president and the vice president and so on, select one or two works of art and have those works of art remain on display in their offices where a lot of people come and can see them. And then the student would get a small honorarium, $100 honorarium or rental fee or whatever you want to call it, for allowing that work to be there for a year. And then the work would be collected and would go back to the student, and they could either sell it or keep it or do whatever they were going to do with it at that time. And of course I have my own awards that I've selected along with all these other luminaries. The list of administrators has grown a little bit over the years. Last year the Associate Vice President of Marketing began selecting an award, and he also did so this year. So perhaps in the future we'll add even more administrators. But I'm proud of what we have. So these are in kind of reverse order of rank. Nathan Hall, who is the, he has several titles now, but I believe he's coordinator of student activities or student life, and that's one of his titles, is basically running the administrative side of the Campus Activities Board. And CAB, Campus Activities Board, very important to us because they provide a substantial amount of money to help fund our gallery, our sculpture garden, and we're very appreciative of that. That student money that has been voted that helps us to have a much better situation with our art here on campus and able to bring in better artists and more distinguished presenters and so on, and also able to display student art to much better effect. And so we're very grateful to them. And Nathan Hall from the Campus Activities Board came over this week and selected two works, and the first of these is a painting, which is over here, called Chaos Engine by John Strange. Yeah!
If I could just interrupt, I forgot to mention that they're attached to most of these or some of these. You'll find a white sheet that you'll need to fill out and get back to me by the end of the show, so I can get your payment process.
That's right. Anything connected with an administrator involves paperwork. So the next award selected by Nathan Hall from CAB was a photograph, a wonderful photograph entitled Imaginary Instamatic by Allison Salisbury. Hello, Allison. Congratulations. Beautiful photograph. There's your certificate. Please shake the hand. The receiving line. You have to shake every hand. Next in rank is myself. So I get to announce my own awards here. So the Associate Dean of VAPA, Matthew James, selected a digital illustration titled Y'all Jump In, The Lifeguards on Duty by Austin. Well, hello, Austin. We won't have any trouble getting your check to you this year. There you go. Good job. So, stunning, very colorful work. I'm looking forward to having that in my office. And then also, I selected a clay sculpture that is right here in front of us titled The Sum of Her Parts by Ashley Adcock. Ashley did a fabulous job on that sculpture. And I've been told that I'm going to